Here we start the beginning of our project where we're going to take an image from Photoshop, go into Illustrator, and end up in InDesign, showing how the different Adobe softwares work together and how you can edit and change and manipulate things to make them work, especially the way you want them to. To begin with, we need to have our image. So you guys should already have your picture of yourselves. What you need to do is, of course, open it. Once you open it, you want to make sure to immediately then go and go File, Save As. That way you can make sure you get a Photoshop document. So here you have the name. I'll go ahead and use the name of yourself. I put Liam Vid to indicate this is the one that I did in the video tutorials. So hit Save for the Photoshop document. And once you do that, you can go ahead and start editing. First thing, create your background, and turn your background into a smart object. So right click, convert to smart object. That's indicated by the change to the layer, no more lock, and you have a little indication that shows it's a smart layer. Our end product, we want to have all of the colors really emphasized. It really doesn't matter if you end up with a weird color, because in the next step with the Illustrator tracing, you decide what color everything is. So if you end up kind of green or kind of yellow or orange or brown or whatever, it doesn't matter, it's okay. You want to really see where the different colors are. Just looking at this image, you can kind of see it's brighter on his face, up here, where the sun is shining, things like that. So we're going to go ahead, pop into Hue and Saturation as an adjustment layer, because the whole point is to do non-destructive editing so we can go and get back to our original layer whenever we want. We're going to go ahead with our Hue and Saturation adjustment. We're going to kind of oversaturate, and we're going to darken or lighten, a little bit of both. And don't forget, you can always go back. Then we're going to go ahead and play with our curves. Our curves are our blacks and our whites. Our blacks and our whites we can adjust to brighten up, to darken up, and you can start seeing that you can really bring out some of the colors this way. So I'm going to darken it just a little bit. You also have your levels. If you hit auto, it will automatically adjust the way it thinks that it should be. You can go, again, when I make it a little bit darker, I see more of the differentiations of the colors on his face. Vibrance is another, how bright the colors are, the saturation of the colors. You can negative it out, positive, play with the vibrance a little bit there first. And then, as you can see, as I play along, different colors change. I'm going to hide my curves adjustment and play a little bit more again here. Remember, there is no one number that is going to be exactly right for your image. You need to do what's right for yourself, what brings your colors out the most. Sometimes after you've created your adjustment layers, you go back, you play with them. It's okay if it didn't turn out exactly perfect the first time. That's one of those things about those adjustment layers that allow you the freedom to really make it right. So in this image, we have gotten to a point where we show where all the light areas are, the darker areas, kind of where the sun is shining on his hair, and things like that. You want to go ahead and, as always, save often and make sure to maximize your compatibilities. Go ahead and hit OK. And at this time, we're going to move to our layer mask. So go ahead and make sure you're saved, and we'll return with layer masks.